Yeah, yo, rapreviews.com. I appreciate the love. I appreciate my man Steve came out here. We're inside Jason's Deli right now.
This is your main man, Jay Zone, a.k.a. Mr. Don't Holler. And right now you're checking out rapreviews.com, you know what I'm saying?
This is Steve Jewin from rapreviews.com, and I'm here with the New Orleans legend himself, Dee-1. D, how are you doing tonight?
Man, that's the first time I've ever been called a legend, so I'm doing great.
All right.
That's very humbling.
Well, I consider you a legend because you're a very versatile person. You're acting, you're rapping, you're teaching. I mean, you're really literally doing it all right now.
Yes, sir. And it all comes natural. You know, I didn't grow up wanting to be a rapper. It just kind of, it's something I stumbled upon when I started college, and it's turned into my career. I didn't grow up wanting to be an actor. My best friend was an actor. Unfortunately, he got killed a couple of years ago, and it kind of motivated me to want to keep his legacy going, because he was a great up-and-coming young actor in New Orleans. So that kind of just fell into my lap. And as far as you mentioned teaching, I was just sitting here talking to my man about the fact that when I graduated college a couple of years ago, I had to get a real job, and I was a teacher, you know, literally. So it's just me being me, you know, living life and going whichever way the wind blows me, as long as I feel good about it.
So you don't really consider yourself any one above the other. You feel like they're all equivalent at any time then?
I would say teacher and hip-hop artists, more. Those two are at the forefront. You know, being a teacher, I'm a teacher even if I'm not in the classroom.
That's true.
That's what I learned, because once I retired or quit teaching, I realized that I'm still just teaching, you know, with the music I make and with the vibe I'm giving off to people, you know. But definitely hip hop, as an artist, I get to tell my story, I get to shed light on other people's story, and that's really what, you know, gets my blood rushing. That's what I love about being an artist.
Well, I think you're teaching lessons on Dream too. I think you taught a cop not to walk up in a house and act like he owns the joint.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. My first ever acting role, I got to beat up a police officer. You know what I mean? So that, not to say that that's been a lifelong dream of mine, just to beat up a police. But ironically, you know, it's so crazy, man, how art and life kind of like parallel one another. Right at 2 weeks after that episode shows where I'm, you know, acting, but I beat up a police officer, I really had a real run-in, you know, unfortunately, with some crooked police in Iowa, where we just did a show at. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, on the tour, and it didn't involve any fights or anything, but just some police who were looking to pretty much discriminate and harass, you know, anyone who wasn't from there, and who basically, you know, it wasn't somebody who they felt like should be in their area. You know?
So they like heard the accent and they saw the dreadlocks and they were like, let's fuck with this fool.
There you go. Saw the skin color, heard the accent, seen the dreadlocks, and was like, oh, yeah, let's see what we can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, you run into that all over the country. It ain't just Iowa or anywhere in the Midwest. I mean, it could be an interesting career trajectory for you, because Ice-T went from playing a gangster in movies to being a cop on Law & Order. So that could be a future career pattern, from beating up a cop to being a cop on TV.
Man, I never say never, I guess. Because I would say, nah, never that. Never say never.
Yeah, I'm sure he never thought he'd play a cop, especially when he did the song Cop Killer, right?
Yeah. That's real.
So how are things going with the new mixtape? Give everybody an update on how you feel it's moving right now.
Well, the Focus tape is currently changing my life as we speak, you know, because the amount of people that it's reaching is reaching more people than any project I've ever put out before, you know. It has almost 100,000 free downloads right now, you know, which is awesome. It's like right around 99,000, which is beautiful. I can't wait till I get over 100,000 and eclipse that mark. And by me being on tour and being able to perform songs off of it, people are able to see every night that the live show is on a whole nother level, you know, recorded. So it's cool. It's cool, but I'm putting a new project out in February.
All right.
Yeah, I learned that this is the age of staying consistent and staying on people's radar. So if I put something great out in October that's on their radar, I don't want to wait too long before I put something else.
Kind of like the Chameleonaire route. You'll have like a Focus Tape 2 and a Focus Tape 3. It'll be like every so many months there'll be another edition.
Right. So, you know, I like the Focus Tape a lot though. I actually like listening to it. I made a lot of anthems on there. There are anthems that really motivate even me to live my life better. Like Shut Up and Grind, you know. That's a self-explanatory song. Shut up and grind, you know, go get it. I got another one called Failure Ain't an Option, you know. That's great. I got to collaborate with Juvenile and Mannie Fresh on The Man in My City. Let me explain to you. When I collaborated with them, you know, to other people that might just be, okay, that's cool, they have a nice name or whatever. But to me, I literally grew up in New Orleans, literally wanting to be like those dudes.
Yeah, that's heroes. That's Cash Money. They built
heroes.
that city. Hip hop would not be what it is in New Orleans without them.
Literally heroes of mine. Not just people who I know are kind of famous and I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to do a track. Literally wanted to be like Juvenile. You know, literally wanted to be like Mannie Fresh, wanted to dress like them. So to do a song with both of them, The Man in My City, that meant a lot to me.
Now, how did you feel about that as somebody who grew up in New Orleans when Juvenile started having beef with everybody else in the crew, and it seemed like things fractioned and split up, and now who knows if there'll ever be like a Hot Boys reunion? I mean, we can all hope, but...
Right. The closest, you know, Turk just got out of jail.
Right.
BG is in jail now, unfortunately. Lil Wayne is obviously doing his thing, and Juvenile's doing his thing. Who knows if there'll be a Hot Boy reunion, but I had Juvenile and Mannie Fresh on the same track, so I felt like a hot boy when we did that song. For real. So it's cool to have that stamp of approval. You know, Mannie Fresh hosted the Focus tape for me, and the whole thing. So for him to kind of put his stamp of approval on me and say that, you know, I'm that next big thing coming from New Orleans, that means a lot.